Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. I'm having a good one. I'm actually recording this on my last day off of my 3 days, and I greatly appreciate everybody's saying enjoy my weekend and stuff. I've had a phenomenal one, but I wanted to do this so I could pre-record, so I could edit and have it out by Monday. Y'all know how that is. I have a few other ones in line, but I kind of wanted to do this and get this done. This is my empties video. This will be the last one till after the move, and even then it'll be a month after that, so we all know how that it's going to be, right? I've got quite a few products in here, some hair care, makeup, stuff like that. We'll just kind of randomly pull things out and I'll talk about them and give you a little bit better review. Face masks this month, I've been trying the Cream Shop. I have a bunch of them I picked up at TJ Maxx of different ones. I had a whole basket. I gave a couple away, just kind of thin out the basket. This is a hyaluronic acid one. It's okay, but I won't be repurchasing it. It did make my skin feel more moist, but it was short-lived. And hyaluronic acid only grabs moisture from the air around you, so if the forced air is going on, this is not really going to help you, or if you live in a drier environment. This will be good in areas where there's moisture in the air. The south where it's humid, or even the winter outside when it's cooler but there's still humidity in the air, you're going to find you're going to like this because it'll work better for you. So the next thing is actually a hair mask. It's NU Naturals Deep Marula Oil Deep Conditioning Hair Mask. Intensity treatment for waves and ringlets. I liked what it did for my hair. I hate the smell. It smells like tree tea oil. And I don't mind a little bit of tree tea oil, but man, my hair felt like, ugh, it was really deep. And I actually think it didn't condition my hair as much as I thought it was going to. There's also quite a bit of natural alcohols in this one, but it's the green pack. Not bad for $2, but I only got 2 uses because I have so much hair out of it. I probably won't repurchase this, but they have other ones in that line that I might be willing to try. I'm just going to make sure to try to avoid the tea tree oil. Next thing is also a hair thing. It's Herbal Essence Trust Me Softly Spray Gel. I use this like on day 2 after my wash, because the first day, if I wash it and dry it and if I do it that morning before work, it's great all day. I don't have to do anything. Day 2, sometimes the frizziness starts to come back. Now this is before I start using this new oil, so I'm hoping this new oil is helping. It is a little bit. This is day 3. It's better than it's been, but you can see I have some frizziness here. Normally I would use this to help tame it and control the curls, the beachy waves, if you will. I like it. I probably will be repurchasing it. The best one I found was by Tresemme, but they discontinued it. So now I've been trying different brands. I might try different brands, see if I like theirs better. This was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. So my hair got a little crunchy. The Tresemme, it didn't. Somebody told me to try Obey. They're so expensive. It's like $80. I'm like, I don't think I can put that kind of money out on hair, but we'll see. Probably not. I'll go try. Somebody said Dove has one, so I might try theirs next. The next thing on my list is Coconut Hibiscus Body Mist Oil Spray. I like how it smells, but it doesn't stay on my body that long. I think it's because it's an all-natural one. It has coconut water. I can smell it, and other people smell it for like first hour or 2, but that's it. So I started using it as a room spray, and I loved it as a room spray. I actually used it up quicker that way than I did using it as a body spray. Next thing I use is Pond's Cold Cream Cleanser. Now, I found this was too harsh for my face. My face, it just kept drying it out. This is a deep moisturizing one. It's good if you have oily skin, you're going to like it. But for drier skin, not really. And I was told to get the dry skin version, but I went looking for it and didn't find one. They have a sensitive skin, so maybe that's what that person was talking about, but I'm kind of iffy. I actually use this to wash my hands. I used it to deep clean like my chest area, and my upper arms, so when I have like open shirts like this, they look good. I've used it all up. I will not be repurchasing it. I got that as a sample from a Pinch Me bag. Next thing is something I got in my BoxyCharm. It's the Project Beauty Hair Gurt Strawberry Banana Shampoo. I used it all up. The only complaint with this is it takes so much because it doesn't really lather So for $10, it seems like a good deal, but I didn't get online and check for another one. I have this written down on my list of things to research, but with everything with the move, I haven't, but it is on my list for down the road to repurchase. Alrighty, next thing is Anu Naturals 100 Roses Beautiful Day Cream. Nice, but I've been using it on my neck and chest because on my face the smell was a little too overwhelming. The rose scent, if you have a problem with rose scent, do not get this. It is very strong, but it was pretty decent for moisturizing the skin. I did like it for that aspect. Alright, next thing is another one for Anu Naturals. Let's just get these two out of the way. It's the Probiotic C Cream Renewing Cream. This one I like better than the rose one. I use this one on my face all the time. I actually already have another one. Definitely am loving on this product. I would throw it in the garbage, but that's glass and I don't want to shatter. That'd be a mess. But definitely liking it. It's a good one. It's vitamin C. It's supposed to help with brightening and discoloration, from what I understand. I don't know about discoloration because I do have a little bit of right here across the top of the cheekbones. It's varicose veins, and then with the summer I've been putting sunscreen on like crazy, but I'm starting to see a few freckles right across here, and it's like, dude, I'm putting a ton of sunscreen on and I got makeup on and I'm still getting them. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to help. That seems, I don't see that helping with that, but I do like how it moisturizes my skin, and it is a nice way for me to get some vitamin C in my skin. Next thing is something else I got into a BoxyCharm. It's the Dr. Brandt's micro version. This was too rough for my face, so I used it on my feet. For foot scrub, it's not bad. It actually helped me keep my feet pretty darn smooth coming into the summer months, so I'm really happy with it. I will not be repurchasing it for $80 for a foot scrub, sorry. But it was a good way to get usage out of it. Next thing is the 100 Roses Absolute Serum for sensitive skin from Anu Naturals. I forgot this was in here. I couldn't pump any more out, even though there's still a little bit in there, and tried getting the lid off, yet it ain't happening. I really wish they would make it so you could just squeeze the lid off so you could drain out the rest of it, but yeah, it wasn't moving. I tried several times, and I thought about getting pliers and trying to cramp at it. That's the only thing. I did like this for a light moisturizer after I wash my face, but before I put my creams on. That way it gave me time to put anything I wanted to absorb in, like retinol or anything, before I put my heavy creams on. I did like it for that. Am I going to repurchase? Probably not, because again, the rose scent, though with this one dissipated a lot quicker than the cream, was still there. Alrighty, next thing. Well, this is just a reusable container, but in here I had the last of my Urban Decay chilling spray, because the bottle spray on that one. I have found one thing: if you do not use these every day, some of these dry up and then they get clogged in the hot nozzle. That's what happened with my full bottle. Because I don't use setting spray every day, because I don't need to. Because I use a primer so much for my eyes, I don't need to use setting spray every day, and I don't use full foundation, and the blushes I've been using haven't been moving. So for me, only one I'm thinking about getting now is the Max Fix Plus. And from understand, that one doesn't clog up like the other ones, so I'm debating on getting that just for foiling shadows. That's really what I was using it for the most part. I will be reusing this container for my hair oil I just picked up. I want to see if this will work as a spray for that. But I'm glad that product is done. Something else I got me in a Pinch Me box was the Curel Hydrotherapy Wet Skin Moisturizer. It worked really good. I used it in my hands all winter, and I used the whole bottle up, and my hands are nowhere near as dry as they get, especially this one thumb. It usually peels and cracks, and it didn't do it until I stopped using this, which I was impressed with. But it did make my skin feel weird. I wouldn't use it on anything but my hands and feet ever, because it made my skin feel like there's a barrier across, like a wet, waxy barrier over the top. Other than that, it's really good for locking in moisture. So if you have a problem with your feet and your hands, you will like this for that reason. I personally wouldn't use it on my face, so of course I have extremely dry skin, and then I would. Next thing I got is the Wet n Wild makeup remover. Everybody was hyping this. It's a lot like the Mary Kay version. Mary Kay has a version of this for years, but theirs is better because this one doesn't stay mixed. So when you do this, and it has this really nice top pump for pushing stuff out, the problem is it gets, how do I explain this? by the time I do this and pump it out, it wasn't staying mixed. So then the formula wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So suddenly I'm having issues with getting too much oil or too much the other thing, and it wasn't working right. So in that aspect, the mixing and holding the mix sucks, especially since I tend to use a wet pad, put it there and then wipe off my makeup. This wasn't working for that. What I ended up finding the best use was to shake it up and then have the lid, pull the lid off, take a cotton and pour it on, because the pump thing just wasn't working for getting an equal mix of the two products, since it pulls directly from the bottom. You know, I probably should have cut it and had it the shorter nozzle on the inside. Maybe that would have helped too, but that's so you could get the last of the product. Definitely not repurchasing that. As you've seen in my project pan, I finished 2 glosses from Buxom, White Russian, and the other one is Sandy. I am loving this formula. My next one to purchase from these two guys from that company is Katie. Alrighty, and empty. I gotta unroll it because I rolled it up to get as much as I can out of it. Is, yeah, because there's only one other empty besides this one. All the rest are, oh, there's 2. Rock Retinol Correcting Eye Cream. I will not be repurchasing this at all. It's okay, but I like the regular face cream better than the eye cream. I just think it was a lot of extra money for something that really didn't do anything. The next empty is something very basic, and I'm trying to use up all my little samplies. Is a toothpaste that I got in a sample pack. I don't remember when or where I got this, but I did. But I thought I'd better use it up. Just Crest Cavity Protecting regular toothpaste, nothing major. The next item, I actually didn't get that long ago, and when I was sick, I was using this a lot to keep my lips from really chapping, and I liked the scent and the flavor of it, so it didn't taste nasty like if you accidentally touch your lips. And it is the Revlon Kiss in with SPF 20 Coconut. I didn't get this more than a couple months ago, so I will be repurchasing this. I got this with a coupon. I think I paid $1.80. Definitely worth it. Okay, the rest are declutters and get rid of. One of them is a Milani shadow. It completely shattered on me, and I am not going to try to repress. Not worth it. I got it out of the dollar store. Next thing I decided to get rid of, because I'm just trying to use it and I'm forcing myself and I'm not happy with it, is the NYX Wonder Eye pencil. It's pretty short. I've used it up because it was really long when I first got it. I think it was what, a good section. So I've used over half of it, and I've had it for over a year. And I use it in the waterline, so that also makes me iffy. So yeah, this one's going bye-bye. Next thing that's going bye-bye is my 12-year-old love. I had talked about this in my project pan. It's starting to, because I broke the lid. I cracked it. I stepped on it. It fell on the floor and I stepped on it. Now it's starting to dry out and I'm having problems with it. That lid really made a difference on how long this lasted. And for a 12-year-old eye pencil, it's just time to go. Besides, it's wee small compared to what it started with. Next thing are eyeshadows. These are part of those individual eyeshadows that I had from a pan that I'm not going to show you each individually. They're pretty colors, but I'm not using them. There's about 8 of them there. And they're just like getting everywhere. And even with the metallic backers, I only kept 3 of those. And they were pretty like denim-y, purpley blues. All the rest I got rid of. These were the only 3 I kept. Light blue, denim blue, and like a periwinkle blue. All the rest, just getting rid of. I'm not using them enough to make it justifiable for me to be keeping them. Sometimes you gotta realize when you need to cut your losses and move on. And I'm if I hadn't unpanned them, depotted them, I probably would have still had the whole palette and would have been, even if I didn't use it, part of my collection. Live and learn, right? Hindsight 2020. I am also going to be getting rid of a liquid lipstick that I have not had that long, but it looks so bad on me. I thought it'd be a beautiful deep pinky brown on me, but it turns almost, there must be a lot of yellow in here, because when I put it on my lips, I look dead. It's just not a pretty color on me, which really sucks because I've used it all of 4 times. And every time I love how it looks here, but when I get it up here, it just looks like dead skin. And I've tried it with a couple of different looks thinking maybe I could get to work, and it doesn't. I was thinking about trying to keep it for an eyeliner. You know what? I hate throwing away after so little use. But I gotta check and see if these are eye safe. Some are and some aren't. I mean, I guess I could use it for an eyeliner, but it takes a lot of work because then you got to come back with a pen and pick it up just enough color and hope it doesn't dry. No, this is going to dry too quick for me to use it. Be a pretty eye color, but I have dupes of that eye color. You know what? Let's just be honest. I'm just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Be done. Be honest with yourself, right? Anything else? No, that was pretty much. That was a lot actually. A lot of miscellaneous things I've been trying. Quite a bit of it was from my BoxyCharms, realizations of things that aren't going to work for me. Things that I'm not using is probably the other thing I need to be really honest with myself about. There's something else, and I've been holding off getting rid of this just because I thought I could use it. And it is this compact from Avon, and it is the color Translucent Ivory. It's a powder, and I do have a little bit of a dip in it. You almost can't see it because it's so matte. But it's really tiny dip. It's a pretty color. It's got a lot of yellow in it though, and that's probably been my issues with it. I've been using it for under eye setting during when I really need to set the under eye, but it's the only time, and I really have stopped doing that because I find that just creates more lines. It makes me look older. So yeah, this is gonna go. That was hard. The realization of what works for makeup and what doesn't, right? And body stuff. And one other thing. I'm actually going to pass this on. This is not just going to go in the garbage. Just because I'm not going to use this. I was using it last month for my BoxyCharm. But really, I'm not going to use these. I don't do that much foundation. I don't do a lot of, the powders I'll use more than I would this. And that realization made me realize it's too emollient. It moves around a lot when you try to use it. Because I actually tried I was playing with Halloween looks just for fun the other day. Because, when I'm having a bad day, I'll come home, remove all my makeup, and just redo my makeup. And I was trying to do some Halloween looks with this. But as soon as I touched it, it moved. So I had to set it every time. Well, then my skin looked cakey. I didn't like it, so this is going to be given away to a friend of mine who's getting like a lot of my giveaways from the last couple months. She's a really nice lady who, with her husband, has just recently gotten back into makeup, so I've been just kind of giving her everything. Just give her something to play with to start with, right? Down the road after I move, I don't know what I'm going to do, but for now, that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, well, that's it for my empties. Not that bad. I'm sorry for the echo effect again. For anybody new, I'm moving, so I had to remove my curtains, and I have a really tall room, pretty good size room, that's just for makeup and stuff, so with me pulling curtains out and not having anything soft to absorb the sound, I get a little bit of an echo effect going, but it is what it is, as we always say. Anyways, until next time, y'all take care. You do you. Bye.